Hey there guys, Sir Shwavy bringing you part 2 of the highlights of my first attempt playing the new DLC map for zombies. It's called Buried, and if you guys are wondering, it's found in the new DLC map, Vengeance. It's a pretty unique, very unique rather map. It has very different variables, or many different variables rather, such as this point right here. Feeding him candy will get him into a hyperactive state, much like feeding candy to a kid will do. If you feed him candy, he will become really like positive. He'll think that he can do anything in the world. And since we are in a post-apocalyptic area, the thing that he thinks he can do is take on zombies. So he's for a short while, he is going to basically help you out, probably killing. Whoa, sorry, my voice went there. Probably killing crawlers, or killing maybe some enemies, punching them, or maybe pushing them back. I don't really know what it is. Right here is also a storage closet, or a locker rather, that you can store a weapon and then you can pick it up later. So I had already stored a Galil, not in this map, but I believe this actually transfers over from Green Run, because in Green Run I had stored my Galil a very, very long time ago when Green Run was still pretty brand new. I stored the Galil in the locker there, and I was able to pick it up here. I was very confused as to why it said to get a free weapon. I just thought it would be like something new or something, like some Easter egg or some such nonsense. But let's be honest, it's Black Ops. They're not gonna give you anything that free. You have to work very, very hard if you want to get a free weapon or something. Anyways, at this point, for some reason, I just decided to go pistol only. We had just gotten a max ammo, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna maximize the points that I can get. I'm gonna go pistol only, like an idiot, basically just getting as many points as possible, thinking that essentially the points would help me out. And technically they do help me out because we still do not have any perks. So if we do manage to get perks, which we will actually do in this next clip, it's actually getting Juggernaut more so towards the end than at the beginning. At the beginning right here is going to be a little clutch situation, just running back and forth in circles, reviving this guy twice, and then at the end of the round, we will actually go to get Juggernaut. In order to get Juggernaut, you need Leroy to be out and about, not in his jail cell. Or he can be in his jail cell, but you have to free him with a green key that you can find in many, many different spawn points. The beginning of the match, I assume it's going to be right next to his jail cell, and booze is going to be right next to him, so you can bust him out of there. And then you'll have to go around collecting candy and booze to control him. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but when he eats, or rather, when anyone that has candy can lure Leroy, it's kind of like bait that he is automatically attracted to. He will follow whoever has the candy. So what you want to keep in mind is whenever you have candy, whenever you're playing multiplayer, if one person has candy and another person has booze, you want to work as a team. The guy that has candy wants to attract Leroy to the spot that will be of benefit to the team, that will have Leroy charging at some barricade, some structure that he can knock down, such as in front of Juggernaut, as we will demonstrate right here. Leroy, unfortunately enough, was just able to just waltz his way over here. We had no candy right now, but he basically just strolls around where he wants, mostly in this area, more so than towards the ghost house, which we'll also see later on in this same video. Ghost house is very weird. We'll get more into detail when we go into it. But with Leroy and candy, he will follow anyone who has candy. And if you stay still, he'll actually do a little animation that he's trying to reach for you, like grab the candy and put it in his mouth. A nice little animation like as a kid would do, basically. Like, feed me the candy, I want the candy, reaching out for you, begging for it, but not really begging for it because he doesn't really talk. I assume he's like a big idiot, but not in the big idiot as in the mean way, but the big idiot as in he's big, but he's not really that sane per se. As I said before, you want to feed him the booze, facing facing the structure and the enemy around, not the enemy, and Leroy facing away from the structure. He'll actually do a 180 and charge straight at whatever structure is behind him. Maybe the exception could be when he is at spawn, or rather when he's in the jail cell for the first time, because when I did it, he did not do a 180, he did like a 190 or something like that. And right here's the ghost house, which we'll go later on in the next couple of videos. Maybe we'll go Maybe it's the next one, maybe it's 2 after, because we were playing for 2 hours. We got up to round 20 on our first attempt. Pretty fun. See you guys in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching, and goodbye, says.
I remember the days that I was growing up, had to follow in the pain, it was still growing. My mama always said if you with pain to do not show it, so I kept my heart cold in New York while it was snowing. It's the fact you failed to notice, but the fact that you should notice. It's said to be without regrets and told without provoking. The greatest